Hey, hello. Let's start with a little retro humor. Ethics department, may I help you? All right. As a former telecommunications engineer that collects telephones and telephone systems, I just couldn't help but put a little bit of that in there for grins. All right. Of course, now today HR would answer either via email or WebEx or Zoom or Teams or something of that nature versus traditional telephones. But I hope you got a giggle out of that. Okay, so this is management ethics. Okay, so why would we want to study management ethics? Oh, by the way, I'm Professor David Wozniak, and I had earned my degrees in the UNT system. You can read more about me in Canvas. I'm not really going to go into that. I want to talk more about why we're studying this. We'll use a personal example. We're going to demonstrate connectedness to some of the other disciplines, which I think is exciting. Even talking about dating for a moment. How does that tie into business ethics? You'll see. I enjoy using teaching metaphors. And like I said, you'll see the connection once we get there. Talk a little bit about cognitive dissonance. That comes from the other social sciences, such as psychology and sociology. Personal ethics exercise. Okay, you have a business life, you have a personal life, but this is a personal ethics exercise. Is there some overlap here? You'll see the connection in just a few moments. So, back to business ethics. Why would we want to study it? Anybody heard about organizational values and personal values? Hopefully, as you work on the personal ethics statement, you'll understand your personal values even more so. Now, talking about the personal ethics assignment, it's probably best to do that before getting involved in studying much about this course at all. Now, near the end of the course, you'll get to do it again. So, what I'm looking to see there is based upon some of the things that you've learned and experienced with your peers. Are there material changes to your ethics statement, and how so? And what are some of the additional takeaways that you've learned? I also mentioned peers. There is a reason why this course has a lot of group interaction because ethics is not taught well without having that. And this is an all online environment. So please bear with me. And I do have processes in place to get rid of people that don't, or to at least get rid of their ability to earn a great grade on the project if they don't help you. Okay, so please don't panic there. All right, so personally, imagining you are dating and this is an opposite sex situation, and one person knows that they do not want to have a child. The other person does. Okay, can you compromise and have one half of a child? Well, you can't. I do make a delineation between values and core values. That's probably a core value issue. Sometimes other values can be slippery slope, depends on your personal ethics and all. But core values, generally, there's no compromise. So if you continue in that dating relationship, you develop lots of cognitive dissonance, and that grows. That comes from psychology and sociology. So, do you want to go through a life with lots of cognitive dissonance? Oh, yeah, we're talking about business too. Do you want to go through a career with lots of cognitive dissonance, especially if you work for one particular employer for quite a long time? You have to decide what works for you or what doesn't. All right, so back to business. There are organizational values, organizational ethics. You're going to have a clearer view of your personal ethics from doing the personal ethics exercise. And what happens if you recognize that some of your core values and ethics conflict with the organization? Well, like the dating situation, here comes the cognitive dissonance. And then you have to make a decision. Do you acquiesce, have more of that cognitive dissonance, call the employee assistance program and just stress out? Or is it sort of like the dating situation where you might just need to move on, no matter how much you like some of the other things there? Okay. Again, your decision. The purpose of formal education is to improve the quality of your decision making. And I am hoping that this ethics course allows you to improve the quality of your ethical decisions. Now, for example, if somebody has a medical emergency, most people know immediately to call 911 and or see if there's somebody that can provide some medical aid. That's a pretty straightforward, clear-cut business and or personal kind of decision. Ethical decisions are not so clear, and that's another reason why we want to study that stuff carefully. I am happy that you are here, and I wish that you are eager to reach out to me if you have a problem or wish to discuss something. You'll also have some opportunities to post a current ethical issue in your life and share in your intro video a little bit about an ethical issue that you might have encountered. I look forward to having an exciting semester with you, and please do reach out if you need assistance or have questions.